There are things that need to stop in 2018. What needs to stop? The way how the society sees and treats women. Listen, it's 21st century, and do we still have to fight for similar things as our grandmas used to do? Do we have to go on the streets to fight for that? The thing started being a bit messy after it was released that Harvey Weinstein was sexually abusing a lot of women. Out of the sudden, world realized how big is it. Really, you didn't know that before? What needs to stop is thinking that, well, in some environments it's okay to sexually abuse other people, like Hollywood or maybe the big companies. Your boss is catcalling you. Well, it's okay, he's just like that. No, it's not okay anywhere. Another thing that needs to stop is saying that women who share their stories under the hashtag #MeToo are looking for attention. They are looking for fame. Guys, are you really surprised that the victims are scared of talking just because you're gonna judge them this way? Next thing that needs to stop in 2018 is the gender pay gap. According to ONS, the average woman still earns 9.1% less than the average man. I just can't believe that. What's the reason? Women are doing the same amount of work, women are as educated as men, as ambitious as men. We are all the same. And just because you were not born with penis, you are going to be paid less? Isn't it ridiculous?
Is calculated by dividing the median earnings of all women working full-time by the median earnings of all men working full-time. In other words, if the average income of all men is, say, $40,000 a year, and the average annual income of all women is, say, $30,800, that would mean that women earn 77 cents for every dollar a man earns. 30,800 divided by 40,000 equals 0.77. But these calculations don't reveal a gender wage injustice because they don't take into account occupation, position, education, or hours worked per week. Even a study by the American Association of University Women, a feminist organization, shows that the actual wage gap shrinks to only 6.6 cents when you factor in different choices men and women make. And the key word here is choice. The small wage gap that does exist has nothing to do with paying women less, let alone with sexism. It has to do with differences in individual career choices that men and women make.
Listen, I'm not here to aesthetically please you.
Gotta try the meatloaf. You can do anything. So today I want to talk to you about the whole women spelled with an X march that's happening in Portland and in some other cities. As you know, I did a video last year about the theft that happened of the money raised by the Portland Women's March by a transsexual male. That was some dumb shit. The whole shit has just been a clusterfuck and I've not wanted anything to do with it. I also am disabled and in such a way that attending mass marches is just not something I can really do. It's just not a thing I can do anymore. Women are not happy to have a fucking man that sexually assaults women in the White House. And the thing was too, so with the women's marches came under a lot of fire, obviously with good reason. They were very white-centric, they were very liberal feminist. I mean, these were like, I mean, they were what they were, alright? So let's just get to that. They weren't radical, really. They were a liberal fucking event. And as such, didn't have radical politics, didn't have politics based in like, you know, really wanting to, you know, overthrow all of the systems of oppression in society. So anyway, making sense to your average fucking person. And this is the thing with activists that fucking drives me nuts. Like, they don't care how fucking insular all their bullshit sounds. They don't care how alienating it is to the general public who has no fucking idea about women with a Y, let alone women with an X. Like, you know, if you want to fucking organize people, like the salt of the earth, like normal people, write in normal fucking language. Like, it's just a basic thing. But liberals, man, liberals. So anyway, here, this is what Google has to say about it. Women and woman originate from Old English, where man was used as a gender fluid pronoun, much like one and they have turned into today. These spellings are closely associated with the feminism movement, with some choosing to use the term woman with an X. Okay, so they take the A or the E out and just put an X over woman with a Y, where I'm sure many of you are familiar with woman being spelled with a Y in place of an E or an A, due to the latter's roots in transphobia. So woman spelled with a Y is transphobic because the Y comes from gyn. Women are oppressed because we are born with specific reproductive organs, which men exploit in order to pass on property. This is basic fucking leftism. This isn't just basic leftism. This is fucking reality. This is what we live with. So anyway.